The quantity theory of Milton Friedman. Milton Friedman, novelist and economist, columnist for Newsweek magazine and originator of several path-breaking ideas in economic theory and policy, is easily the leading contemporary quantity theorist. No serious student of monetary affairs can afford to be unacquainted with his work. While much of Friedman's theoretical work is carried on such a high level of abstraction as to make it unsuitable for beginning courses and monetary economics, as he has upon occasion stated his theory of money in less rigorous terms. It is these less rigorous statements that will be summarized here. Friedman's approach to the question of why people demand money is to regard money as a good like other goods, and therefore to analyze the demand for money in terms of the theory of consumer choice. When we ask why people demand automobiles, for example, we generally organize our thoughts by noting people want automobiles because of the convenience of utility the automobiles give them. People are constrained in the number of things they can buy by the size of their incomes. 3. Given people's incomes, the cost of buying a car relative to the cost of buying other things will influence how many cars a person wants to own. These same 3 ingredients, says Friedman, also enter into the demand of money: the utility of holding money, the income constant, and the cost of holding money. Like all other goods, the utility of owning a cash balance is not directly observable. It is a subjective feeling found only in the emotions of consumer, but it is clear nevertheless that holding money does provide utility for individuals and business firms. For individuals, it provides a buffer against unexpected emergencies such as sickness, and also a bridge between the monthly paycheck and continuous expenditures. For business, operating balances additionally permit the exploitation of sudden profit making opportunities, and in this sense can be regarded as a factor of production. While such utilities rendered by money cannot be measured directly, these feelings are sufficiently common to us all that we know that exist. In order to understand Friedman's view on the relationship between income and the demand for money, it is necessary to remind the reader of the identity y is equal to py, that is, nominal income is equal to the product of the price level and real income. Friedman chooses to treat p and y separately rather than in their combined form of national income, capital Y. Insofar as the price level P is concerned, Friedman, in common with the traditional quantity theory, regards prices and the demand for money as directly and proportionally related to one another. In other words, a 1% increase in the price level will cause a 1% increase in the quantity of money demanded. For real income, why the relationship is different? Here, Friedman argues that a change in real income will cause a more than proportional change in the demand for money. For example, a 1% increase in real income might cause a 2% increase in the demand for money. Friedman reasons in this respect that money balances are a luxury good. Like education and recreation, people's demand for them will rise more rapidly than their real incomes. Finally, let us consider the cost of holding money balances. Basically, Friedman sees 2 costs involved here. First, there is the opportunity cost of holding money, by which is meant the income that would have been earned if the money had been invested rather than held. Thus, the opportunity cost of holding money is the market rate of interest in the economy. If you hold $1,000 in a checking deposit for 1 year at an interest rate of 5%, when instead you could have invested that $1,000 at 8%, then it has cost you $30, 0.08 minus 0.05 into $1,000 to hold the money. Clearly, the higher the market interest rate, the greater the opportunity cost of holding money. It follows that the demand for money and the rate of interest will vary inversely. That is, the higher the cost, the smaller the quantity demanded will be. The second cost of holding money is the loss in purchasing power if prices rise. Suppose, for example, that you hold $1,000 for 1 year and that during the year prices rise 5%, then at the end of the year the $1,000 will buy only about 95% of the same goods and service that it could have bought at the beginning of the year. The purchasing power value of the money has decreased, and to the extent you have suffered a loss, that is a cost of holding the money. Friedman thus argues that in periods of rapidly rising prices, inefficient people will tend to reduce their money balances, and the more rapidly prices rise, the higher the cost, the smaller the quantity of money demanded will be. In summary, Friedman sees 5 factors as determining the demand for money: utility of money balances, price level, level of real income, market rate of interest, rate of change in the price level. These 5 factors can be stated even more compactly by putting them in the form of a functional equation in a form similar to equation 2. Thus, Friedman's theory may be written as m to the power d is equal to function of capital U, capital P, small y, small I, capital P. Here capital U is equal to utility of money balances, capital P is equal to price level, small y is equal to level of real income, small I market rate of interest, capital P rate of change in the price level. Equation 3 may be simplified on the basis of following 2 observations. First, it may generally be assumed that the utility of money balances U is stable and does not shift around erratically. Since our interest centers in explaining why the demand for money changes, we may thus drop capital U from further consideration. Second, the evidence we have on the matter from other countries suggests that the rate of change in the price level, capital P, must be very large and prolonged before it appreciably affects the demand for money. Since in general the United States has not been plagued with long periods of hyperinflation, we may also disregard the variable capital P. Making these 2 adjustments in equation 3 leaves us with the simplified demand for money function capital M to the power D is equal to small f function of capital P, small u, small I, where the symbols are defined in equation 3.